Welcome back. This is Newslink Rochia on ENCA. Let's come to this now. There's been reports of winds blowing overnight in Kameeldrift when residents were burning some rubble. Now, this has caused fire damage to the Kameeldrift informal settlement, and ENCA's Hloni Mtimkulu is currently following through with those developments on the story. But she joins me now for the very latest. So, Hloni, a very warm good morning to you, colleague, and just explain to us what exactly happened out in the informal settlement.
Yeah, Tumelo, so we are at the Kameeldrift informal settlement, which is just off the R8, which is just off Molota Road, and just behind the police station here at Kameeldrift. There is also a clinic not too far from here. We have been told that at around 9 or 10 last night, there was rubble or recycling that had been burnt just over the road from where we are now, and with the winds that happened to come through, that was then jumped over to the structures that were across the road, and then that started the fire. There is a car that also is in the area that was parked in one of the structures as well, and I think that they are saying propelled the fire or helped to get the fire going. I am going to talk to some community members in terms of what happened and what they understand happened. There is some discontent here at the moment, and even just talk about how the response wasn't great from the fire department for the emergency services. But I am going to talk to I would see an
maabane o tlhaile mollo mane o swele o ya le ka mokgwa o sweleng re leboile o bona bontšinyana bo kgonne o phela mola bokhelese ba khansela le badudi ba baetapele ba hona mo mokgatlo wa ANC o sentse re dula odimo bana ba borena ba dutse ko re gorotlhane ho swa motho mo ano kosta re swe batho ka moka. So hona le poleke ka mo thoko ya rena ka mo ke yona re lebeletse ngore mamotla councilor ha sa tle re tatlosha ke metropolis ka kwale ka hore no her ka dumela o boela o tlhoma mo sweleng hape e tla be le re tla be re nyako o la ditopo jwale so le tla re tshwarela ba lo reng a ile tshware ha botse mara le tsebo re diteneng from today ro khwela hona. Thank you.
Before we work out Kataba, how we do la mojang over the years, let him have who is a hitting Kamolo Leisure.
Yeah, out for Milomo, bona li ditakala kamo outlining kamo badile tampina na kamo tampi wan ditakala. So kamo ma 8:30 to 9. Mola utoma ufuka kwa no 4 million mollo.
And honale koloi ena le re lona e ntsore mollo tukelo fet.
Ya ke koloi ke di gase ke di generator ke di gore loche ka moka mothaso ona rena ona o ya le mo lo reng re ka tswela pele ka mollo.
Then with Joseph, we say you are not the first baboning mollo le fonetse di fire services responsible ne le jwang.
Respond ya di fire extinguisher irile ge re ba founela those people in 9:15. Those people they didn't answer the phone until ke founela chairperson Gracie ke founela le leader Bongane ke mo ileng ra kra thuso mo teng ge ke fetso founela batho bao di fire extinguisher di tlile mo ka bo ma 3 minutes past 12 if e sa ya ke mo then ntwe ile re itse mollo too much ke ditlagala tsene le ka mo morago tse ile gore na dituka. So ge mollo lo ntse o namella o la ke ge o tshwara mekhukhu ya batho ituka, and then ntongwa pape le gore e re fa problem too much mo rena le bala le gore masipala since a re reketse lona ka 2019 until today a ntse re botse re reketse le bala ge batho ba tloa ba betella mekhukhu ma metro a tla ba tlhatlhamella mekhukhu gona le guys ba ile gore ba founela batho ba ile gore ba berekisana le ma metro le batho bao ba tla ka mo ba batsela masenke ba batsela ntongwe lengwe. And then issue e le gore it's very important mikhukhu ya rena e khorotlane bya ka matlapa go nokeng ge le tlapa le wane le ka thubega gore a matla a thubegile rena le bana ba banyane rena le bomme ba bagolo ba ile gore ge mollo go ba teng ba palla go tswa ka modintlong rena le batho ba ile gore ke di leader mo rena mo teng ha ona ntho ba re direlang ka yona sepe so ha re itse no gore mo re le mo teng mo re fanetse re eng ka se sebaka gona bja nna.
Joseph Tumelo. So they're just explaining what happened. That fire, as I said, started at around 9 o'clock. They called the fire emergency services and they weren't able to respond to them. But then they had to call the reps around here, the community members. And only then, when those community members called the emergency services, did they then come out here. There is a concern about housing. Obviously, with informal settlements, a fire spreads very quickly, and they're very well aware of this. But they've also been promised a land which is across the road from where the informal settlements are. And over the years, they've been promised that they would build houses for them in those areas, in that area rather. And that hasn't happened. And that's also adding to the frustration that there is this piece of land that is here. And if we had formal housing, then this could have been avoided. It is an informal settlement that has been around here for about 20 years. I'm told this is not the first fire that has happened to the area. There are about 3 or 4 that have happened previously. But a very big grab for them is the fact that they called emergency services, they didn't come, but also that there is this land that they have been promised over the years and still nothing has happened. And again, that this possibly could have been avoided. Tumelo.
Yeah, Hloni, you can definitely see the extent of the damage there. Community members trying to salvage whatever that's left that they can, but young children also in the area. So, I mean, you can imagine how dangerous this must have been for everyone else involved, but also the extent of the damage, probably loss of even valuables of community members due to this fire and also this strong winds. One can only imagine how much of that, or rather little of it, is left right now for them to try and salvage. We'll keep a close eye on this issue. Hloni Mtimkulu, as she's still out at Kameeldrift, informal settlement, tracking through, of course, the very latest. We understand reports of winds blowing overnight in Kameeldrift when residents, of course, were burning some rubble out in the area, causing fire damage to Kameeldrift informal settlements. And that's, of course, Hloni Mtimkulu out for us, giving us the very latest from that area.